Hi guys, have you been struggling to lose lower body fat? Have you been working out extensively to lose your lower body fat in the hope of spot reduction? So like I've spoken in my previous videos that spot reduction doesn't work, but today we're going to talk all about lower body fat, what causes it, how can we deal with it. Before that, let's understand the way fat is distributed in our body, the way fat is stored in our body. Fat distribution or fat storage is determined by a lot of factors like our genes, like our body type, our gender, our diet and hormones. Yeah. Now when it comes to losing weight or losing fat, certain areas in our body are easily accessible in terms of fat cells. So throughout our body we have fat cells. When you start your weight loss journey or fat loss journey, generally people tend to lose weight from their face first and then the chest region, the arms. But the lower body fat is the most difficult part to lose weight from. This is because the fat cells in the lower body region, which is your thighs and hips, are very stubborn and are very, very difficult to unlock and access. Now, why does it happen? Is it only your diet? Is it, not enough workout? Yes, those are of course the reason, but there is another very important reason, which is a hormone related thing. There's a particular hormone which causes this, and I'm talking about estrogen. Estrogen, which is also known as women hormone. High level of estrogen is equal to high level of lower body fat. Estrogen levels are deeply related to lower body fat, and then there is testosterone, which is related with belly fat. So high estrogen is equal to high lower body fat, high testosterone is equal to high belly fat. Cortisol also adds up to belly fat. Now let's talk about the lower body region. Now the legs, which is mainly our thighs, have large number of estrogen receptors. And over the period of time, over the years, the fat storing cells, the fat storing form of estrogen, which is also known as estradiol, increases, thereby making that fat very, very stubborn. Yeah. Now, what causes it? What makes it happen? First and foremost, high carbohydrate diet, refined carbohydrate diet, sugary diet. Now, what happens when you take a very high carb diet is that there is an enzymatic reaction which converts the testosterone into estradiol. Now, estradiol is something which is the active form of, fat storing form of estrogen. Now, when that increases, your lower body fat increases. Number 2 is poor digestive system. When you have a poor digestive system, the hydrochloric acid in your body goes down, and which in turn increases your estrogen level. Also, estrogen level is, so one is, the hormones playing up. Also, it is produced by your body and can be taken from outside in the form of food, in the form of chemicals that we use. So cosmetic, there are certain chemicals which are used in cosmetic which are known as xenoestrogens. So you need to be very, very watchful. You need to also see that there's no plastic, not much plastic, because that also causes high level of estrogen and thereby high level of lower body fat. Next is irregular period and menopause, that also causes increased level of estrogen. And then there are birth control pills, which are a short way to create a hormonal imbalance, which could also be high estrogen levels. And like I said, high carb diet and sugary drinks and carbonated drinks are a short way to increase your estrogen level. So you need to make sure that you're keeping a watch on that. Now I'm going to talk about two of a very rare conditions which can increase your estrogen level. One is gluten allergy. So if you have gluten allergy, you could have high amount of lower body fat. And the second one is something called lipedema. Now, when you have lipedema, it's a medical condition where there's extreme level of fat in your legs region. There could be bloating, there could be swelling, there could be extreme fat cells. Now, this condition is rare, but it needs medical intervention. There are also a lot of researches going on in this condition. Now that we've spoken about the causes, let's talk about the signs. How do you figure out if you actually have high levels of estrogen? One, the irregular periods are a sign that there is a hormonal imbalance and that you may want to check your hormonal status. The other thing is bloating. If you are bloated, as a regular phenomena, this could be high level of estrogen. If you have cold hands and feet is a sign of high estrogen levels. Difficulty in sleeping, fatigue, headache, hair loss, extreme hair loss, low sex drive, mood change, depression, anxiety, memory issue, swollen and tender breast, or fibroids in the uterine. So these are classic signs that you have high estrogen levels, and this is the time when you should be checking your estrogen level status. Now, while we've spoken about all this, what can we do from dietary sources? Which is where I come in picture. Now, when you have all these issues, when you're facing these symptoms, it is time to include certain kind of foods, and it is time to exclude certain kind of foods to see changes. Now, first and foremost, add cruciferous vegetables to your diet to be able to balance out your estrogen levels. So vegetables like cauliflower, broccoli, spinach, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, these are the kind of vegetables one should be adding. High fiber diet is very, very important. So add whole grains, legumes, pulses, these are the kind, and high fiber vegetables. Add omega-3 fish oils, add zinc, include flax seeds in your diet, very, very beneficial. Add green tea to your diet. Also have moderate protein. Don't go on a very high protein diet, and shift to a low fat diet, and a fat which is good fat. We're not talking about refined oils or trans fats or saturated fats. Have diet which is low in good fat. So bring about these changes. Last is your workout. So of course you need to concentrate on your lower body workout. So make sure that you're doing strength training, because when you do strength training, you are able to build muscles, you're able to tone your legs. Also, you're able to develop lean muscle mass, lean tissues. When that happens, the fat burning takes place, and thereby the estrogen levels will also come down. If you're looking at cardio, you should be looking at walking at an inclined space, whether it is inclined mode in the treadmill or the uphill kind of walk is something that you should be looking at, or a high intensity cardio is what you should be looking at. If you have any more questions related to this particular hormone or your body type or the kind of diet that you've been having and not seeing a change, please feel free to put them in the comment section and I will get back to you. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Also hit the bell button on the right hand side to get notified about my next videos. Take care. We'll talk again. Bye-bye.